It's no surprise that the Stave Falls Artist Group's annual show has been steadily gaining notoriety over the last 8 years. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the artists that make up this eclectic and talented group. The next artist it is my pleasure to introduce is Melanie Jane. Melanie has been with the Stave Falls Artist Group for over 3 years. Melanie, your painting is stunning. When did you first realize you were an artist?
Well, I've always been interested in art ever since I can remember as a little girl. I was always with a paintbrush or a crayon, and my parents always made sure I always had art supplies available because it's always how I chose to spend my time. And that didn't change as I got older. In fact, as a teenager, although other interests did change, art just became more important to me. And I realized at an early age that I couldn't think of anything else I wanted to do. When it came to career choices in high school, I was like, I didn't make any choices because I knew I just wanted to pursue my love and passion for painting.
And what is it that inspires you to paint a particular subject?
Oh, there's so many things. We live in such an amazing area here in the Lower Mainland that every day I see something that makes me want to paint. I think the subjects that I'm most drawn to are pathways. I love our trees and our environment with all the lit pathways, dikes. We grew up on a dike, the dikes in Pitt Meadows, and I've painted dozens and dozens of dike pathways. I really enjoy those. And people and landscapes. I love it when they can tell a story. So those are my main interests for painting. There's so many inspirations, though. My children inspire me every day.
And what famous artists have influenced you, and how?
Well, there's been many artists that have influenced me over the years, living and past. But I think if I look at the first artist that I thought, wow, that really influenced me, that would be Monet. I remember looking at a book of his paintings, and I was just completely mesmerized by his use of color and light, and just looking at little sections of his work and just realizing that all he had done was laid one color beside another, and it came out with this amazing painting. And his work was so romantic and fresh. I think that he was my first great inspiration.
And what themes do you pursue in your artwork?
Well, I think I do tend to paint a lot of people and landscapes and pathways and birds. I have a great passion for birds, and they're very time-consuming little creatures, but I do tend to paint them a lot. One thing that I have been doing over the last few years, which has been like a recurring theme, I've been painting, every year I paint my kids as they grow. And one of the series is called the White Dress series. So every year I paint my daughter in a white dress. And I've only actually got one painting left of her in the white dress because they've sold, but this is one from a few years ago now.
Did you go to school to study art, or are you self-taught?
Well, I had planned on going to school. I did go to Quantum College for a year with the idea that I was going to go into commercial art, but I quickly realized that commercial art was not for me. I wanted to paint for myself. I wanted to paint subjects for interest and things I was passionate about. So after a year of Kwantlen College, I just started as a self-taught artist, painting every day, basically. And that's been my focus, and over the last 10 years since I've had children, of course, they're my number one focus, but I still paint and involved in my art as much as possible.
And what sort of message do you wish to communicate with your art?
Well, I think my goal as an artist is that my work connect with people on an emotional level. I always love it when I hear people talk about my art and they feel that they've been there, or they remember when their children were that age in a painting. So they're connecting with it on an emotional level. And to me, that's my goal as a painter, that people are going to want to look at a painting over and over and over again because of something that it reminds them of, or that they can feel emotionally. And that's what gets me excited when I'm looking at a painting, and so that's my goal for people that are looking at my work to feel.
Well, thank you very much, Melanie. This has been wonderful.
And thank you.